That's the question for a very long time is what is the future of Piggy? What is going to happen? What's made to go out to inner city and stuff like that. Today I'm going to be going over every pro and cons of the future of Star Wars and Piggy, my overall opinion about it, and stuff like that. So let's get into it. But first, to answer the main question, what is after Piggy? There's a lot of answers to that. There's the Mystery Project by Team I2R. There's the Piggy Last Stand or Piggy and Dead. One of those two, I forgot the name of it. It's either one of those two because they changed the name. We're also going to have Piggy Misfits. We're going to have probably Midoriya spinoff and stuff like that. But here's the thing, though. Some of these stuff we can kind of get a good peek at to see exactly what the future of the game will be, and today I'll be going over it. Because either the studio made it, or either this is something amazing. A good example of this is Piggy Decay, and let's get into it. Why not always start off with, I think, the one we know most of in Piggy Misfits, which is the upcoming game. I think they said either at the end of 2026, I don't remember for sure, but I do have an opinion about it. See, it's not going to be like the other one, pretty hard to find out the future of Piggy from this, but guess what? DK with like a demo, a delirium of what it's going to be like. Said they said the gameplay pretty similar to the K. So let's see my thoughts and my feeling about the K. No, let's go over the pros. For one, it feels like a different game, and that's not always a bad thing. It feels like is the goal, like for example, Decay makes sense for a different game. If we just have that for Piggy Misfits, I will be okay with it. But there is a lot of cons that I want to go over. The first thing is with Decay, most of the Piggy stories and most of the Piggy gameplay is like a 10-minute long thing, right? And once you escape, you get like a little bit of cutscene that more like tells you what it is, and there's hidden notes you can get to get more lore about the map overall. DK does have notes, but it's so indirect of what it's trying to tell you. Like, throughout Decay to the cutscene, you don't get any lore. If you're there for lore, you're going to be disappointed. I think that's my main problem with Piggy Decay, is that I feel like the lore is just not there until the ending cutscene and the beginning cutscene. That's it. The lore just isn't there. And even when you get to Delirium, there's no beginning cutscene for Delirium. You go right in. So that is my opinion. Like, the only important cutscene are the ending cutscenes. But it's so indirect of what it's trying to tell you throughout the gameplay that Decay more just an experience than actually getting a good story out of it. Because if I skip a chapter, it's going to give me a cutscene that pretty much explains everything that we're going to do. And I feel like that makes sense. But for Delirium and Decay, you only get bits of lore, like breadcrumbs. And I feel like what makes the other chapters so, like, story-wise is that even throughout the gameplay, there are, like, simple words or text that give you this, like, emotion of what's going on and stuff like that. Like, even the throwaway line, like, oh, yeah, I haven't used a puppy in a while, or this is a place I used to go to, is very important for the story, but Delirium doesn't do that. It's just silent. You're going to get decayed and affected. And then the ending where it revealed that the affected eternal people are affected kind of doesn't really make any sense. It's kind of a retcon because in book 1 it showed that they have control of their own body. So just stuff like that in my opinion just doesn't really make sense for Decay. I still love Decay with the main of my existence. Like, the gameplay is good, but if I look for a story, I'm not going to be looking for Decay for the story. All it really does though is confirm that Buddy is affected though. Because a lot of people back in the day were wondering, was Buddy affected? Was this affected? But I'll confirm the Buddy is full on affected. So that's interesting. And Delirium does show that Sheepy and Buddy are, like, back together now. Like, they're, like, they reunited. But other than that, that's all you can really take away from it. Hopefully Piggy Misfit can fix this problem. But I'm worried that we're going to get not too much story lines to it. And it's going to be more of an experience of playing, like, this newfound Piggy game versus just actually getting the story. I do admit that Willow Tigery has, like, a lot of storyline to it, so I'm okay to take a back seat on it. But, like, give us at least something. This is after, like, this is after the hidden ending. So it makes sense to see, like, Willow Tigery, like, maybe meet William or have more lore about what William was to him, or maybe more about Rash for Tigery. I feel like we didn't really get that moment in book 2, and hopefully it does fix the character of Willow and Tigery a little bit. So I definitely hope that. So right now, if I were to give the ranking of the future of this game, I'll give it about an 8 out of 10. Because I'm still hopeful for the gameplay because the gameplay showed me a lot, but I'm not as hopeful with the story and what they're trying to do with it because we don't know that much about it. I know you're saying not to judge a book by a cover, but this is inherently a good prefab for what the game had to offer. So we're pretty good to just automatically say that. So next on the list. Oh, Pick 54 is a pretty hard one to put on this list. The main reason why is because again, to determine the future, because like I said, most of these games have a good prefab into the future of it. Like Decay, Misfit, they're going to be the same style as Decay, so it's pretty easy to judge it based off of that. But Pixel 4 is difficult. The main reason why is of the fact that there's really nothing you can go off of. Yes, you can argue Pixel 4, yes, sure. However, that's a complete different gameplay than the Mystery Project. The best thing to judge it off of is the story. And I will say this. The story is confusing, but I do admit it does win it better than Decay. The gameplay is magnificent, and I do like the story you can have. That a whole energy with Nord and everything. So I definitely believe that I think it's safe to say that the Mystery Project is going to be in safe hands. However, though, there is another concern I want to bring up, though, which is delays. I feel like Team R2R is not way good at keeping a consistent schedule or keeping their promises. Like, Team R2R actually were talking all of this about the Mouse Key Skin Quest. I'm not trying to be mean to them. Like, no hate to the dev. Not, like, I don't want people to record this part and be like, oh, I hate the dev or anything like that. But I feel like if you are a developer, you shouldn't say something and it gets delayed. I feel like a lot of YouTubers, a lot of people say, oh, the video will come out. But you need to make sure you're saying that when the video is going to come out. Like, for example, when I made my video saying they come in this Friday, I made sure the video was just about to be done or just already completely done before I make a promise like that. And I feel like even this I have a consistent schedule to make. And I feel like that's the problem with Team R2R where like Pixel 4 got delayed because of lack of like team, and then the Mouse Key Skin Quest got delayed to November. Which, by the way, it's not even confirmed. This is their aiming for November. I'm not trying to be a negative Nancy, but we haven't heard any updates on the Mouse Key Skin Quest in November time. So it's safe to say that I can't even say that November is the ideal release date for it because I don't even know if I can even say that because there are no updates or news, not even tapes free came out or anything. So we don't know. But if you do want to know everything you should expect from the Mouse Key Quest update, I highly recommend checking out the video in my channel that I made. It's going over every single thing we know about the Mouse Key Quest, so you guys can sit back and enjoy and know exactly what to expect. Even though some of it could be outdated information, but I always say outdated because of the Halloween update aspect of it, which was one of the main promises. I don't know if they're going to just delay or do something else with the Halloween update aspect of it, but yeah. But other than that, I feel like the Mystery Project is going to be in good hands. I just feel like, though, when it comes to Team R2R, I'm not going to expect the ideal release date. And I'm already going to assume it will get delayed. So I'm not going to try to get my hopes up. No offense to Team R2R, by the way. No offense. But that's all I have to say about that. I'm made by the same people. And again, the main problem with both of these is that there's no, stuff that they made prior to Piggy to get a good idea based off of what's going to happen with the future of these. So I can't really just judge. But what I saw for the Piggy The Last Stand, I'm very confident that it's going to be good. My only concern is, and my only main worry is that I'm worried of the fact that it might just be a stereotypical Call of Duty ripoff. And I feel like I don't want that. But again, Piggy is kind of like a ripoff of Granny back in the day. It became an old thing. So let's just hope that's the same thing for this, where it's his old thing. Same for Pig 64, where it stands on its own. But it needs to still stand on its own for what it's trying to be. So I just hope that they're saying they're making it unique. Or maybe there's a skin quest or something. We'll have to see. Now for the Mandalorian spin-off, we don't even know a single thing about it. But I'm generally hoping that it's going to, not... I kind of wish it the same gameplay as Piggy. I don't know why. I feel like that would be pretty cool. But it's a whole different gameplay. I'm okay with it, too. So it can stand out by itself. And we definitely love to see, a backstory. Or something of Bungie and more about the ship crew. So I'm excited for that. But we haven't heard any updates about it. So it might just not come out. But I still decided to add it on the list regardless. You guys waited for this for a while now. It's finally time to talk about the elephant in the room, Piggy Inner City. This is the most anticipated Piggy project in them all. Not to try to downplay any other project. I feel like they're all going to be pretty good. But I'm just trying to say, people wait a year for this one. There will be 4 Piggy Misfits got announced. This will be for the Mouse Key Quest got announced. All of that. This is the most anticipated project that including me been waiting for. There was one to like help solve some stuff for Piggy Book 2. So we waited a year for this. Now, again, the demo is pretty interesting. But again, the demo is not going to be like exactly interesting due to how the art style is. First thing out of the way is I feel like the mapping design is going to be pretty cool. The whole entire system to go away is going to be pretty cool. It's going to stand by itself. But the main problem I have, though, is that Mantu said they're going to focus more like getting it out to the storyline. So I hope the storyline is going to be pretty solid. And I hope that there's going to be a lot of stuff that connect Piggy to Inner City. Like, by maybe you do a quest inside the game in Inner City, then in Piggy you do it. So I really hope that there's a lot. You know what I mean? Especially if this is going to be like the next product that makes you working on, and all the other projects are just going to be for other teams. So I generally hope that we get something. You know what I mean? Not to say it might get delayed, but they said might. The keyword there might, not confirmed. But that's all I have to really say about Inner City. Now let's get to the final closing statement to end off the video. So what next after Piggy? The simple answer is City and spin-off games. That's the main thing. It does seem like that after Piggy, though, we're still going to get a couple updates. So I'm not trying to say it's the end of Piggy forever. Like, it seems like either R2R or either another team member is going to still be adding games or updates to the game. Because I know for sure we're still going to have community skins. That's not going away anytime soon. So you imagine that still be added to the game. We're still probably going to get like a couple more like build updates for Epic Tank. So it's safe to say that Piggy will still be continuing even when these fan games come out. It just that Mantu may not be working on them as much anymore. But that's all I have to say, guys. If you agree with my take, if you don't, also if you made this far to the video, I want to say pretty cool. Comment the feature of Piggy is bright. Just comment that. And if you comment that, I know that you watch to the very end of the video. That's all I have to say. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and hit the bell to turn on notifications so you will never miss another video. I currently working on a Piggy kill count video of every time a person gets infected in the canon story of Piggy. So I suggest you give that a watch. Also, watch out for Polo and community tab so you can vote for the next thing you want to see. So yeah, because I'm only one person, but that's all. Peace.